Welcome to Inside Cottonwood. I'm Mayor Diane Jones, your host, and I'm here today with Cynthia Richmond and Chandra Jefferson, and we are going to talk about the Verde Valley Military Service Park. And these two ladies have been commissioned, I guess, to help with an event that is coming up. But before we get into that event, and I'm so excited about it, we're going to talk a little bit about the two of you. Oh. So Chandra, we'll start with you. If you could share with our television audience a little bit of information about you so they can know you better.
Okay, well, I'm half of the entertainment duo Tom and Chandra.
Okay, I've seen your acts, very good.
No, you're Chandra.
I'm Tom. Okay. Oh yeah, we get, people mix us up all the time. We always kid about that. Anyway, yes, Tom actually is Otis at the Blazing M Ranch.
Yes, he is. I love Otis.
He's the guy with the big voice who comes out looking kooky and crazy and all that good stuff. And when he's not there, he's with me doing his shows around town and also around the country. So it's a lot of fun, and we've been doing this for, longer than I'd like to admit.
Really?
And I've seen your shows many times and enjoy them very much. I know you've been at the Verde Valley Senior Center.
We've been everywhere here.
Yes.
Sound bites. Tonight we're at Relics Restaurant. I'm going to give a plug.
You go right ahead.
Restaurant tonight.
And
right,
so
December 4th, 7 p.m.
December 4th is good because this this episode will be running for the next month.
That's right. So you see, there you go.
But for the rest of December, if they just check Tom and Chandra's website, they can see the other places that you'll be. I'm sure it will be many places.
Many, and one of them is Tlaquepaque for the Festival of Lights, the Luminaries, and that's a lot of fun.
That's such a beautiful event.
And when is that?
That one is next Saturday. Next Saturday. That's the, I want to say, the 18th, I believe. It's a beautiful event. At 5:30, we'll be singing the prayer. We'll be lighting the luminaries. I think it's at 5.
Okay.
But we're from 3 to 5:30, and it's a lot of fun. I think this is our 7th year there. And we'll be emceeing and singing holiday songs and leading up to that. Well, we've just done a ton of things together. And as a solo artist, I'm a singer-songwriter. I also am the founder of the In the Living Room music series, which happens every Wednesday at the Center for Positive Living Sedona in the Village. And I'm a coach for acting and singing, and I also produce. I'm one of the co-founders of the Sedona Wine Fest and the Sedona Community Fair with Al Camello and our mayor in Sedona, Sandy Moriarty. So it's a lot of fun.
Sandy's a great mayor.
Yes, she is.
She is.
And my background is theater and music, right through high school, always doing that kind of sort of thing, and then got a scholarship to Juilliard in New York.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
You went to Juilliard School of Drama on a full scholarship, you said.
Yeah, full scholarship.
So very talented lady.
Thank you.
And you just, with Dev Ross and some other women, you have a play, I saw it last year, or the last time you did it, at the Blazing M.
Yes.
Which was, it's about Sedona.
It's about the women of the Verde Valley.
The women of the Verde Valley, and Sedona Schnebley is one of the characters that I recall, yes.
Yes, and Dev Ross is awesome. She's one of my creative partners. We're doing a lot of projects with her in Los Angeles and getting ready to do some really cool things in 2016. But we've been producing A Woman's Hand for the last couple of years, and it's her piece of work, and I wrote an original song in there, and together we just have a great time. And we've worked for years together on stage.
Okay, and you have many songs that are very popular, and you've written them, and you're just a very talented person.
Thank you so much. So, and CDs.
And CDs, and so
that make great Christmas gifts. Always self-promoting.
Get your stocking stuffers now.
Stocking stuffers right now.
Right.
And Hanukkah.
And that's Tom and Chandra on the internet.
Right, TomandChandra.com.
You
or
can find
ChandraMusic.com. You can find us there.
Okay, so I would say that the Verde Valley Military Service Park Committee is very lucky to have you on our team for the big fundraiser that will help provide some funds to put this park up and build it. So, and Cynthia, let's learn a little bit about you.
Okay. Well, I moved to Sedona in about 12 years ago.
Okay.
And I started something called the Story of Your Life Workshop, and I've helped more than 450 people write their memoirs for their children and grandchildren and future generations, which is very fulfilling work. I'm a published author. Simon & Schuster published my book, Dream Power, and I help people learn to remember their dreams and interpret them and use them for creativity and problem solving and inspiration. So that's what brought me here. But when I moved to Sedona, someone said to me, people in Sedona either have 4 homes or 4 jobs. And I have 4 jobs, and I love everything I do. And I think it's fun to have different hats.
Is.
You know, it breaks
really
it up. It's really terrific.
Right.
So I also do some emceeing, and I do PR for authors primarily, and so my connection to the Verde Valley Military Service Park is to help them promote the park and get it on the map and help people understand it. I really believe that parks, and especially public art, raise the esteem of a community, and certainly it seems today more than ever that it's the appropriate time to honor our service people who protect and defend our country, and it just is an exciting project to be part of.
And we're so excited to have you on that team. And I just wanted to say that you've been on all kinds of talk shows on television, including Oprah, Dr. Oz, Dr. Phil, The Doctors, The View, Bill Maher, and The Today Show. So I'm quite honored to have you on my show.
Thank you. I love television. I'm a teacher at heart, and I just see television as an opportunity to have a classroom and reach more people. And it can be done right. It's not always used in those ways, but it can really be something that's been incredibly helpful, inspiring, and motivational for people. And I love being part of it.
Great.
Yeah, thanks.
So what I think I'll do quickly is go ahead. I would just like to read the mission of the Verde Valley Military Service Park. And the mission is to honor military veterans of the United States of America who currently live in the Verde Valley, have lived in the Verde Valley or have Verde Valley connections, and have honorably served their country. This includes any period of service in the armed forces in which the individual is currently serving or has been honorably separated from active or inactive service, beginning with the American Revolution. A guiding principle of the park will always be that military service is to be honored and respected, because until humanity achieves peace, the preservation of freedom will depend largely upon convictions, courage, and heroism of members of the United States military services. So that is the purpose of the Military Service Park. And if someone would like to have their name inscribed, all of the branches of the military will be represented with a flag and a place-to-place names. If they would like to do that, they can get an application online first, if that's the easiest thing for them, or they can get one at the Cottonwood Recreation Center. The city of Cottonwood is trying to help with the Military Service Park the best we can. The city council has provided land for the park that is located in Garrison Park, closest to the county building. And we've worked with the county supervisors, and they have approved of the project. Although it's not on their land, we wanted to be sure that they were in the partnership and were supportive of the Military Service Park. We have the most wonderful team of people. They're pretty amazing. Keith Vogler is our president, and he served in the United States Marine Corps in the 60s, and he has lived in Cottonwood, they moved to Phoenix in 1975, and his wife, Chris, does Verde Valley Toys for Tots, and they're involved with the branch of service. Is it just
Is it the Marines?
The Marine Corps League.
That's right.
Thank you. The Marine Corps League. And then we have Dave Blauert, and Dave and Keith got together to talk about this park. Dave has done several parks, one in Durango, one in Sedona.
Yes.
He's assisted with those, and he moved to Sedona in 1961. So he has been a home builder, and he has his name all over the city, the Teen Center, Posse Ground Parks, and he has done very much for the town of Sedona, the city of Sedona. Been there a long time.
He's a visionary developer.
Yes,
Visionary
he
developer.
is.
Yeah.
So he's helping
Powerhouse.
us a great deal with this Verde Valley Military Service Park, and we're benefiting from all of his experience. and building other parks and building other things in communities that are so beneficial. He truly is the spirit of community, gives with his heart and makes things happen.
He sure does.
So he knows how to do that. So that's a little bit about the park. You can get your name inscribed for $75. The park is, I mean, the only way it's being built is by contributions.
Right.
And a little bit of that fund, a little bit of that $75 will go in a fund to help those who are not able to pay. We especially have some World War II veterans that, you know, may need a little bit of help with this, and we'll have a fund to help them. So we're very excited about
wonderful.
that.
That's really
But
wonderful.
we're really here to talk about, and we're going to take a little break before we talk about it, but we're here to talk about a big event that's going to be coming up in April. And as soon as we come back, we will talk about that. So we'll take a little break and be right back.
So they say it's a man's world? I don't see anybody's name on it.
While they were doing their thing, we slowly changed all that.
Today, women can do anything men can do. And there's one thing we're even better at.
Welcome back to Inside Cottonwood. I'm Mayor Diane Jones, your host, and we're here with Chandra and Cynthia today. And Cynthia, we were just talking on the break. You have a website that people could actually access to find out more about your services.
One of the other hats I wear is as a dream expert, and that's most of the media things that I do. And so it's dreampower.net, and they can email me there, send me a dream. I have a blog, and I would love to help people with their nightly dreams as well.
Okay.
Thank
She's
you.
awesome.
Okay.
Absolutely fabulous.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And so if you want to contact the Verde Valley Military Service Park, that's pretty easy. The website is www.verdevalley.militaryservicepark.com. So you can access the application there and find out a little bit more. I also wanted to mention too that we have 4 businesses that have helped with the park. We have Luke Sefton of Sefton Engineering, who gave us the engineering plans. The architectural draftsman is Jonathan Scotch of CADWork Studio. The surveyor is Dugan McDonald from Heritage Land Survey. And project manager is Keith Newton from High Performance Buildings. So without these gentlemen giving of their services, because they gave it to the park, they didn't charge for it, you know, the park wouldn't be where it's at without these gentlemen and their help. So we really want to give them an acknowledgement and state our appreciation. So, the big event.
Yes.
This is
Big
what we're
events.
here to talk about really today, is the event that we're planning for August 30th.
April 30th.
April.
It's coming
sorry.
up so fast.
The other
It
A
is,
month.
the other A month. So April 30th.
April 30th.
And where will it be held?
It's going to be at Mingus High, which is a fantastic facility.
Great auditorium.
It has
Seats 1,000 people.
A
Yeah.
1,000
Yeah,
people,
it's
a beautiful
wonderful.
auditorium.
Yes, and we have some we have a very special group that's coming out for this. Should I say it now?
Say it now.
Who?
Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay.
The Gatlin Brothers.
Okay.
It's the Gatlin Brothers.
That is so exciting.
It's very exciting, and I'm really happy too for many different reasons. One is I'm helping to get them here through our agent, Tom's and mine, which is in Phoenix. She's in Phoenix, and that agency does work with them. And so I know we were thinking in the very beginning, who could we have in concert that would really fit well with this military service park? And the Gatlins are really pro-American. They're great guys, and they're doing a lot of performing in Nashville right now. Just tons of things, and being seen on TV. And they're having a whole new resurgence of their performing and all that, and they're fantastic.
Oh, they have a huge fan base,
They're
and
huge.
they're prolific, but they're also, they fit our community.
They sure do.
They're
That's
patriotic,
true. They
and
do.
they fit our music.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So they're going to be with us, and Tom and I are going to be the warm-up concert.
Well,
so I'm so
congratulations.
excited. Thank
That's
you.
wonderful.
Thank you. I know it's going to be a
It's
lot
very
of fun.
exciting.
It is. It is exciting.
I mean, everybody in the Verde Valley knows Tom and Chandra, so that will also
thank
be a
you.
draw to
It's
the
a
concert.
perfect fit.
It is.
It's going to
Absolutely.
be fun.
It is.
So we'll be doing some American music leading up to that. I'm going to probably do a couple of original American songs. And then the Gatlins. And we're going to be emceeing it. And we may even have the privilege of having you up on stage.
Oh, well, thank you. I would be
We're going to
honored.
really love that.
I would be very honored.
Good.
I'm very supportive of our military. My
Yes, you
husband
are.
is a Vietnam veteran and served in 1969.
Wow.
So I am very attached and care very much about our military, all branches and all ages and all wars.
Yes.
I think they deserve our thanks. And
Absolutely.
And this park we're all working on is a way to do that and thank them for their service. Because after all, it's really wonderful to be able to wake up in the morning and be free to interpret your dreams.
And know that you're
That's
safe,
right.
You're
feel
safe.
safe, and feel protected, and feel that they have our back, they have our six, you know?
Right.
That's right.
I have a niece who's in the military now, she's in the Air Force, and she is top secret clearance in cybersecurity. She's a brainiac. So they found the perfect. I know. She's still the same goofy kid. But
She's doing a really important job.
Absolutely.
That's amazing.
Only ants could say those things, right?
It's true. Well, we both have military in our background. You know, Tom's father, both of our fathers, who have deceased now, were in the military and served. Tom's father was a Seabee in World War II. And my dad was in the Air Force, and his brother, Tom's brother, Robert, was in the Vietnam War. And so
it's near and dear to all of our hearts.
Right.
And
Yes.
again, it's the time to really show them through this park and through this fun event how much we care and how much we appreciate their service.
Right.
Absolutely.
And anybody who would like to donate to the park, may do so through the website. And the address to mail a check is on the website, or I believe you can contribute on the website.
Right, and you can be a VIP.
And another way
So
you
what
can contribute is
So Cynthia,
So-
you're doing sponsorships. You're going
Yes.
to be going out and seeking sponsorships for the Gatlin Brothers show.
we are. We have.
At Mingus Union High School.
Yes.
Yes.
Is where it will be held.
We have a number of opportunities for businesses, for individuals, for couples who just want to support both bringing the Gatlins here and the park, of course. And there'll be different levels of contribution, and every level has its own gifts and perks and exciting things, including, at some levels, VIP seating, and they'll get to meet and greet the Gatlins themselves.
Yes, we're working on
Okay.
that.
So
And that's gonna be
someone
fun.
could actually go to a pre-event and meet with them
It may be a
personally.
pre-event, it might be a post-event, but
post-event.
sometimes
Right.
just these VIPs will be able to be allowed in there. You can't buy your way in, but you
Yep.
can sponsor the event. and we have so many generous people in the Verde Valley that'll want to take part in this and have their name associated with this great cause.
Absolutely. So that's very exciting.
It is.
is.
So how can people find out more about that as time goes on? Who would they contact? They would contact you directly.
They can contact me directly if they like, and it's 928-830-9933. 830-9933, or email me, Cynthia@dreampower.net.
Okay. So that is the way they can find out how they can sponsor it. It is already time to take another short break, so we will be right back in just a moment.
redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know. Come alive with the forest. The dad was cute.
They were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to theshelterpetproject.org and meet if you are in a shelter near you. Harlow. Oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to theshelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Welcome back to Inside Cottonwood. I'm Mayor Diane Jones, your host, here with Chandra and Cynthia today. And they both have businesses, and they're going to be helping with the Verde Valley Military Service Park event, a very large fundraiser where we're going to ask the community to come and enjoy a wonderful concert with the Gatlin brothers and help provide funds for this park so we can get it built. And one of the main parts of the park is going to include a 65 feet tall flagpole, and it will have a very large flag on it. I'm thinking you'll be able to see it all over Cottonwood. It will be so tall.
It's really exciting because
Yes,
we're all
so
feeling so
good.
patriotic these days, and to have that beautiful image right there in the park is going to be really special.
Yes, so there's a little photo on the screen right now that shows that very tall flag. Let's talk a little bit about the Gatlin brothers.
Okay.
So what do we know about the Gatlin brothers?
Well, they're huge stars.
Yes, they
And
are.
they've had many, many hits.
There's 3 of them.
There's 3. So it's Larry, Steve, and Rudy.
Okay.
And their band. So it's 7 of them. And they're huge country stars. And in the 70s, they just had one hit after the other, 80s also. And they actually formed in 1979. That's when they came together. Interesting. So they've worked with many different people. Matter of fact, they will be singing God Bless USA, which is a Lee Greenwood hit.
Right.
And my understanding is that they were the singers, the background singers for that actual
hit.
recording.
Okay.
Which is hard to
really
hear without
neat.
tearing up. It's just such a beautiful.
I know.
Yeah.
Tom and I sing that song, and I love singing that song. We won't that night because they're going to be doing it.
they might appreciate it if you didn't sing the song.
It's like, oh well, that will not be in our set list.
Showing up at the party with the same dress on. Or something.
Yeah, it's really not good. Yeah, really not good. But anyway, we're going to let them do that because they've been doing that for years. But they're really excited about this. Like I said, they're very all-American. They totally support the troops and the efforts, so they're excited about this.
Yeah.
They really are.
It's like singing to the choir for them, for us, because we are all about that as well.
I don't know if they'll have some time to spend to enjoy the area. I mean, Sedona is so beautiful, and the Cottonwood and Camp Verde and Clarkdale are all beautiful communities. So hopefully they'll get to spend a little bit of time.
We're going to
hoping
take good
they
care
will.
of them and show them at least some great meals in some of our fabulous restaurants.
That's
all right.
That's right.
That's
Right.
exciting.
Be looking around town. You know, you might see them.
Gatlin sighting.
Gatlin sightings. Yes, indeed.
So what about the Hall of Fame? We were talking on the break about they had been inducted into the Hall of Fame.
I believe so. You know, the Grand Ole Opry, of course, I believe they inducted them into their whole, obviously into their family. They've just been an amazing driving force.
And they've been singing
country.
in Nashville quite a bit lately.
Oh, yes. Their schedule has been packed with concerts in Nashville. And, of course, they owned their own theater in Branson
right?
for a
Yeah.
really long time.
Yeah.
And, they're amazing.
I bet a lot of travelers in the Verde Valley have actually seen their concert in Branson because so many
Yes.
people travel. They want to go see Branson
Yes.
Yes.
and all the exciting things that happen there with music. Really.
It's a very exciting thing to know that they're going to be here.
I know.
And our own backyard.
Yes.
It's just so great.
Yeah, we need more entertainment of a global scale to bring in here because people will support that, I think.
Absolutely,
You know,
especially when it's for something like this.
Especially, you can just write a check, but here you get to have a beautiful night of entertainment
Right.
for your donation.
Yes. And it's a great venue. There's going to be a lot of merchandise. People can purchase that.
Okay.
And they're very into their fans.
Great.
So into it, as most country artists are. And they're just
very connected to
very
the people
connected,
that listen
very
to their music.
Yes, very personable. And that meet and greet, we're
That would be a
working on that
special
now.
opportunity.
Yes.
So one of the other things we want to do with the concert is make it very family friendly, so people can bring their kids. And to that end, our generous sponsors are helping us so that we can defer the price of the tickets to make it a family friendly event. So we haven't settled in on the exact dollar number yet. We're still dividing by 1,000 and doing all the calculations, but it's, we intend to make it a very family friendly opportunity so everyone can come together and have a great time.
Well, that's wonderful. That's what the Verde Valley is, very family friendly. We take our children with us, and we're very dedicated to our children. We care about our kids.
And teaching them patriotism and teaching them to honor our military, to see them for not just a uniform, but for the hearts and souls of people who make that choice.
Absolutely. So let's think about, is there anything else that you would like the public to know that you're kind of working on or thinking about? I mean, we don't have settled plans yet. We know that the Gatlin brothers are coming, and we're talking about ticket prices. And
I would say just spread the word, because word of mouth, there's going to be a lot of advertising for this event. And because of what it's for, we really need people to really talk about it. So for anybody who's watching, make sure that you tell your friends, tell everybody about it, and really keep your ear to the ground.
Right.
Because there's going to be a lot of news coming out in the next few months.
And that's good news for the sponsors as well. There will be a ton of advertising and PR and promotion. And not only will we be appreciating their businesses or individuals or couples, but also appreciating their gift to the community in big ways that they'll be able to show off in their offices or homes.
Right. And that's just really important, you know. We really do want to support this park to go up. And it's exciting and it's needed.
It is.
And it becomes a destination for visitors as
Yes,
well,
it
to
does.
come and see how we're honoring our own, and maybe people will take that thought back to their home or community. And you know, we have a beautiful one in Sedona already.
Right, at
and
the Jack Jameson.
Jack Jameson
Yes.
Memorial Park has the military section, and people, I walk through there all the time. I live near there now, and people are sitting having their lunch or walking their dog or just looking at all the names on the wall, and it's an inspiration.
It is.
And that's why the place that we're building our park in Cottonwood, or for the Verde Valley, is a place where the teen center is located. The middle school and grade school are located right across the street. And you know, our vision is, as a committee, that the children would come to the park. Because many children, you know, there are fewer and fewer, a less percentage of people serving in the military now than ever before. And so how do you teach them about the sacrifices that these people made in their time and effort and even their lives, you know, for the freedom? And what does freedom mean?
But also the value of being in the military, the education and the skills you learn and the friendships you make for life. You know, that for kids to see this isn't just about death and dying in war, but this is about learning things. It's, I mean, how many people, how many boys, we'll say, have entered the military and come out men who have gone on to do many other beautiful things because of that training and discipline. So I think kids do need to see the full scope, the full spectrum
the
of what
opportunities of serving your country.
Yes.
And now women, of course, are now, they're able to serve anywhere with our armed forces. It's great.
I know, and we always, now we say men and women, whereas maybe 25, 30 years ago we talked about men in the service.
Yes.
But a lot of times we have to remember that women serve too.
Yes.
That's right.
And give them credit where credit is due.
Not just as nurses and cooks, but they're doing lots of incredible.
Yeah, they're repairing vehicles and whatever flying jets and and planes, fighter planes. So they're just everywhere and helping out greatly.
You know, it's amazing how many service people we have in our community. My brother-in-law, we just found this out. This is bizarre. You know, I've known him for 13 years, right? We all moved here together. My sister, brother-in-law, and Tom and I. Let me just say, he worked on SEAL Team 6 as a cryptologist, which is amazing. I go, what? And I knew about the parachuting, but we didn't know, and he pulled out all these awards, and we're like, what?
And to be a SEAL, I mean,
he was a cryptologist with them.
I've listened to quite a few books, audio books, as I'm driving around of recent books written by SEALs, and it's just amazing what they go through, even just for training.
And 2 women just got through it.
Oh, really?
Did you see
I
that?
did not
Yeah, they
know
went
that.
through everything, and the men that were with them said they were the ones that carried the gun at the roughest stuff when they were exhausted, and they were the ones that got them going. And yeah, 2 women, I don't know their names, but very impressive.
Yeah, that's
fantastic.
awesome. That's great. So, there's a lot of people, a lot of heroes that live here in the Verde Valley.
Yes, there are.
And a lot of men, especially the World War II vets, came home and they never discussed their participation in the war. They just got jobs and wives and went on, and maybe sometimes with the stress they felt internally, had heart attacks or became alcoholics and things like that. So the good news too for military is that there are now field counseling. So when somebody goes through something and they start the therapy right there at the time. Right. So we've learned so much. My uncles, World War II and Korean War and things, and never spoke about it unless directly asked, and then kept it minimum. But I think also another way to maybe recruit young people is for parks like this to invite speakers in to talk about the benefits and values of what they learned and what they experienced, and seeing the world for many of them.
Yes. Oh, that's so true.
So would you believe that our time is up?
Oh my
Really?
It goes so quickly.
Thank you, Diane.
So I just
Really
want
pleasure.
to thank Cynthia Richmond
Thank
and
you.
Chandra Jefferson for being here today.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
I'm so excited to continue to learn about your plans for the Gatlin Brothers event coming up April 30th.
Correct.
And it will be held at Mingus Union High School. We'll get the time and the amounts of tickets a little bit later.
Okay.
But
Okay.
People
Thank
can
you for
keep
being
checking
here.
into that website.
check into the website. All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you very much. And that is Inside Cottonwood for today. See you next time.